Alrighty then. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome, one and all. My name is Michael, I'm the Dental Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Curse of the Crimson Throne. Joining me today are my wonderful and amazing Patreons who have come to hang out, do some cool stuff, and play some awesome adventures. Guys, say hello to the folks at home.
Hello, folks at home.
Yay! It's so good to see everyone. We're about to continue our epic quest into this adventure. But before we start off, guys, let's take a quick moment to thank all of the amazing and wonderful people who bring us the Dead Aussie Gamer channel week in and week out. Starting with none other than Fantasy Grounds for our VTT. Starting with Fantasy Grounds, which provide us with all of the cool stuff, the maps, the dice rolls, all the stuff that we use for our modular adventures comes courtesy of this amazing bit of kit that if you guys would like to, hey, feel free to use our affiliate code and, help the good old DAG out with your next purchase at Fantasy Grounds. Then, of course, we have Sirenscape for the beautiful sound effects that you hear over the course of the game. Sound effects that help elevate any adventure that we have to, add atmosphere, ambience, or even just the sound of wraiths taunting people. That's right, I have the sound effects of wraiths taunting people. Ooh, actually, that's pretty cool. I like that one. Or their paralyzing touch. This and many, many more are available at the touch of a button that allows you to throw your players into a world of immersion and imagination. So yeah, go check out Sirenscape as well. Then we have, of course, last but not least, Hero Forge, our wonderful and amazing tokens and character arts that you can see on screen here, as well as the avatars of my players who are not on camera. All of these are made using an amazing 3D model making software that allows you to create bespoke Hero Forge miniatures to be sent to you at home. Right now, I think is the last maybe day of the Black Friday sale. So lots of discounts, lots of things that become available if you want to buy them for your own table, or hey, maybe just as a commemoration piece. Also, they have just announced they have done statuette prints as well. So now you can get quite large statuettes of the same characters if you want to commemorate big villains, or even yourself as a DM immortalized in resin. You can now have all of this stuff done. So yeah, go check out Hero Forge. Yay! All right. Now, of course, guys, no epic adventure is complete without, of course, a group of adventurers to quest upon thee. So I will now turn over to my players to introduce themselves and the characters that they are going to play this evening. Take it away, starting with none other than Marcus.
Hello, yep, I'm Marcus. I am currently playing Alexander, the Hell Knight Wizard, who is not looking too great right now. He's kind of been bitten half by a dragon. Thea used the spell that caused him to crumple down and go invisible. So, but to everybody else, he is appeared to have been eaten by said dragon.
Tis true. Then, of course, we have... Yes, there you go.
Your picture, so I don't.
Oh, right. Sorry, my apologies. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, I'm Laura Bones, and I play Agnes, who is our psychic character. And
sorry, you're a little quiet, Laura. Sorry. Now you're super quiet. Because I can't hear you.
You should give us a chance to change my sentence.
Well, I don't know what you're doing. I can't see what you're doing because you're not on camera, Laura. But that is much better, thank you.
Yes, Agnes, the psychic mom. Psychic mom. That's
Psychic mom. Because that's exactly what you need in your life is a psychic mom. It's like, don't take that turn with me. I didn't say anything. But you thought it. And last, but certainly not least, we have Cass.
Hello! Oh, thanks for the claps. Hello, my name is Cass, and I am playing Alizaro, the big bird with a sword and not a single thought behind her eyes if it's not related to delivering mail or finding her horse. We're gonna see what happens today, folks. Good luck. It's been a hot minute since I've been at the table, so we're just gonna hope she's alive at the end of it. That's her goal for today.
Fair. Hope for life. That is a good starting point for sure. All right. Well, guys, before we kick off again, like we always say here, we are a very inclusive game. We love having you guys be a part of all the cool adventures. So we invite you to come behind the GM screen as thanks for all of your ongoing support. For those of you who are watching live, you get to interact with the game while we play. First of all, just by watching the show, you guys get to use a number of channel points that you earn simply for watching during the course of the game. These are inspiration, insight bonuses, divine intervention, wandering monsters, tarot readings, and a ton of cool stuff that'll influence the game while we play. But for those of you with a little bit of, spare disposable income this Christmas season who wants to help Dag out with his survival check of the month, there are a number of really cool rewards that have more of a tangible effect on the world if you donate monetarily. First of all, for $5, you can donate a red mark to a player of your choice. These are hero points that can be used to stave off death, petition the DM for nonsense that isn't in the rules, or roll with advantage. Alternatively, that $5 can go towards a GM jinx point that can be used to counteract hero points, make bad guys roll with advantage, or complicate things ever so slightly. For $10, I will draw from one of two decks of cards I have in front of me. The first deck is a deck of plot twists and story elements. These key prompts allow me to use whatever creativity I have in the bucket in order to try and utilize said story prompt in the game while we play live today. For the other $10 reward, if you want, you can offer a heroic action to a player of your choice, which serves as not only as a hero point, but also as a special, unique, one-use power that they can utilize during the course of the game as well. For $20, you can give someone the coveted golden natural 20, which is, of course, a nat 20 because sometimes shit just needs to fucking work. And that's what we're after. So yeah, natural 20s, that's how they work. Then, of course, for $50, you can donate to create a magic item for a player of your choice. This can be an item that you design that I will put into the game. You can ask me to design a custom item, or you can give a player an item from their wish list. Alternatively, if you woke up this morning and decided to choose violence today, you can use that $50 donation in order to provide a massive boost to the battle at hand, which of course is, just basically at this point in time, it could be a massive boss buff. This could be the stakes have suddenly changed, and now, oh no, the dragon has a baby? Oh, what does this mean? There could be just a whole bunch of cool stuff that'll throw in there and make things more complicated, but it is a major complication to the fight. And then last but not least, we have the $100 secret menu item. Our $100 secret menu item for today is going to be something very special because it is really going to hinge on how important this is in the next few minutes, as Alexander, for those of you who don't know, is currently on dying 2, about to potentially be killed instantly at the start of this game. Now, Alexander, we do have some donations, so let's go through them real quick so we know where we're at. McClover has come in with a $40 donation with 3 hit points for Alexander or his next character, which potentially might be his next character. So let me add those in real quick. Here we go, hero points. There we go. 1, 2, 3 hero points. So thank you for that. 3 hero points for Cass. So Alizaro, 1, 2, 3 hero points for you. And a heroic action for Agnes. Agnes, give us a number between 1 to 5.
Two, please.
1 for 2. Okay, interesting one on this one. Your first card was Reckless Charge. Your second card is Channel Life Force. Play on your turn after you have spent all of your focus points. Gain a focus that must be spent immediately in this turn or is lost. And if you use the focus point, you then become drained till you rest.
Okay.
So it's like basically overcharging your focus points for a second. So if you're completely drained, you can suddenly gain one. Or if you want to use your ability twice in a round, potentially, you can also potentially do that by burning that. So that is called Channel Life Force. And of course, you can also burn it as a hero point. Then we have a $20 donation from our amazing friend Schoolie, who has chosen the first of the plot twists, and then the chat gets to choose a plot twist. So here we go. So our first plot twist is... Okay. We have Envy. I don't know what I'm going to do with that one. That's a tough one. So Envy is our first one. And then we have our 3 choices, which are the Tipping Point, Greed, another one of the sin ones, and Magic Moment. Okay, so those 3 choices, if Schoolie could get a poll up and running, is Tipping Point, Greed, or Magic Moment. Okay, so this is where the stuff is. This is where we're at. Alexander is still dying, potentially going to be killed. The $100 secret menu item pertains potentially to the new character that will be showing up, in which, for the $100 secret menu item, the group will have to deal with the 2 Dracolisk's parent. It will be the arrival of an adamantine dragon, one of the new dragons from the new Monster Core that was released for Pathfinder Remastered. The first dragon from the new set that I've actually ever had properly as an encounter. We've had the Fortune Dragon encounter before, but that was more of a story encounter. But this would actually be the first battle encounter. Hey, thank you so much for the 25 months. 25 months, that's like over a year now. That's so, yeah, I mean, it's almost 2, that's 2 years now. It's over 2 years. It's crazy. Freaking time flies, man. Time flies so quick. But yeah. Oh, because they're not in enough trouble already? No, of course not. But who knows? They might use diplomatic reasons to, you know, explain to the adamantine dragon why their children have been murdered. I mean, who knows? We'll figure that out. We'll see. All right, who's ready to play some games? Woo!
Woo!
Excellent. Well done. 10 points. So, without any further ado, we return once more to the lands of Belkzen, to Scarwall, a large, ominous, and foreboding fortress that nestles in the central areas of Belkzen, wherein which our heroes are currently scouring the interior of this undead-infested castle to find the dragon-slaying sword known as... anyone? Players? Nope. Okay. It's a dragon-slaying sword. I can't remember its name. Its name is... items. Its name is... Dang it, I can't remember what his name is, and it's not listed here. Da, 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 da. Here we go. Aha. That's just gonna bug me. Cerinthial. That's the name. Cerinthial. So yes, they are seeking out the blade in order to return it. Swordy McSwordface, well done. So the blade itself is going to be gained from this castle in order to return back to the lands of Corvosa and to use against the Crown of Fangs, another artifact made from the same remains as the original, and used to break the Crown of Fangs and free the Queen from its evil influence, thus freeing their hometown of Corvosa from the evil tyranny of Queen Iliosa. Right now, our heroes are upon the roof of Scarwall, making their way towards the Star Tower so they can descend deeper in. However, they were confronted by two Dracolisks that were atop the roof, waiting to pounce upon unsuspecting victims. Well, actually, no, they were just roosting here. But during the course of the battle, unfortunately, Alexander was torn and ripped to shreds by one of the dragons, and now lies at death's door. Let us find out if that door opens or not. Now, for the sake of this, I'm going to say that Rykon, aka Dante, has fled the scene, and Thea has likewise gone to receive help from the lich that has been guiding you through the dungeon here. And Alizaro, as you are now welcomed back, you are flying overhead. In your large eagle form. There we go. You are flying overhead. Ah, God, why? No. There we go. And can see what is transpiring from above. Also, you have healed a little bit of your damage. Okay. All right. Battle ensues as we roll into initiative. Okay. Alizaro, you are first, followed by the Dracolisk.
I need the map. I do not have it in my eyes.
There you go.
Haha. Okay. It is. Oop, oop, oop. Okay. All right. May I for my first action, can I? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna approach the bench. Can I make a perception check to see if, like, I can sort of gauge? I mean, I'm. She would probably be able to tell that it's bad, but would she? The intent is to see if she can see how many of the party are missing or not, essentially.
No, you wouldn't even need to make
full scope.
You wouldn't even need to make a check. I would say from your vantage point, you are able to see and are aware of the situation below.
Okay. In that case, I will move. My move speed, even in kaiju form, is still 25.
Are we calling it kaiju form, are we?
Well, just for my own organizational brain purposes, we're gonna check this. I'm
just entertained because you're the size of a horse.
But I'm only the size of a big horse. I thought I was bigger than that.
Michael, I'm pretty sure you're the one that named it kaiju form.
Did I? Maybe.
Yes.
Anyway, Big Bird.
Yeah.
pass, Michael. Okay, well, I was gonna make a joke in response to that I'm not gonna make now. All right. I am trying to 5, 10. Okay, my token is not wanting to cooperate on my end, and it is something to do with my hardware.
That's okay. Tell me where you would like.
Is
Hold on. Can you hold down spacebar and left click where you would like to move, please?
I am doing there. I would like to get, well, not quite that close, but near. Yeah, that's fine. And is that boyo in the air as of right now, or is
He's on the
it
roof.
grounded? Okay, he is on the roof. Okay, let me see.
Oh, sorry. Yes,
if
you're right.
I-
You are huge, not large. That's why. So yes, you are actually giant-sized. So you're like the size of an elephant.
Yes! Elephant form. The truest big bird. Okay. In that case, may I... Oh, where did my map go? Okay. Take a breath.
You could always use my screen for reference if you do lose the map as well.
Yes. Yes, I have, like, the map is all black except for my token as of right this second, so I am going to just deliver intent and hope for the best. In Big Bird form...
Is that better?
No, it's something with my laptop. The map is just gone on my computer. There we go. Haha! It came back!
Cool.
Okay. I need to... The navigational panel. Nope, that's not. Nope. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Alright, that'll work. That is... Yes, aha! I have the panel I need. Accessibility features.
So let's start with
Alright,
what you
so-
want to do rather than what your technology is doing.
What what I would like to do, if I can, is I would like to get within stabbing range of the one that's on the roof,
Okay.
and I would like to attempt to stab its wing.
Okay. I believe your intention here is to try and ground it in order to prevent it from flying. In order to gain this ability, you're going to be using what's known as a cold shot. You will be aiming at the wings, but you will only get a benefit if you land a critical hit, and the critical hit effect will be that the wings will be torn and it'll be unable to fly.
Yes, that is the intent. And
All right.
understood.
All right, roll your
So-
attack on him. It will take you... What's your fly speed?
25 according to my notes in
Okay, so-
Fantasy Grounds.
All right, so it'll take you two actions to fly across, and then one action to attack. So make your attack.
Alrighty.
Also, are you
And
shape-shifting back into normal form? Because you're trying to stab it, yeah?
I would say that as she's like does the second move action, she would shift back down to get a better vantage on the actual wing to tear it.
All right.
Because probably at big bird height, she's not going to be able to swing it.
Yeah, not a problem.
Alrighty.
Done and done.
And I would roll that as a third attack since I used 2 actions to move.
Nope, you would use it as a first attack because it is the first attack of your round.
Okay, thank you. Let me just move. Nope. And then move. Nope. And then greater rapier. Go here.
All right, a solid hit as a greater strike from the rapier lands. Roll your damage onto the creature as it suffers your wound. For 15 damage to the Dracolisk. Nice. Okay, now aware of the bird person that has flown down, the Dracolisk rotates, all 6 of its legs still managing to find purchase on the tiled roof. It turns and lets loose this terrifying hiss in your direction. It is going to try to bite you, Alazaro. And absolutely does so. With its giant fangs, it bites into you as well, dealing 14 points of damage. The tail swings outwards and around as it whips across and over the heads of the people on the other side of the roof. One of the giant claws reach out and try to gouge Alazaro. Ooh, I don't like a critical miss. Jinx point or a nat 20? Let's go with a jinx point. Be nice here. All right. Oh, but then how am I going to counter Alexander's thing? You know what? Let's add stress to this. I'm going to keep that jinx point, and I am going to use the nat 20. All right. Using the nat 20 with a critical hit from the claws. That is 31 damage to Alazaro. Pick a number between 1 to 5.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That is slashing damage. Nope, because it makes no sense for them to carve initials into your body. Interesting. Broad swipe. The target takes 1d4 persistent bleed damage. So as it swings its claws, it manages to cut a bleeding spot. And you are now bleeding. So 1d4 damage at the end of each round. Okay. Then its last action. It is going to claw you again, I suppose. Probably won't hit with this one, but why not? Let's give it a go. It will miss, unfortunately. All right. Here we go. That is the Dracolisk's turn. As its turn ends, Agnes, we now go to you.
Okay, so what did I see apart from Alexander? Do I think he's been eaten? Like,
So Alexander has been ripped and torn, and been shook. There is just a ton of blood splattered out around the area, and Alexander lying still and motionless in front of you.
okay, so you see Alexander now. Okay. Because he wasn't visible before, but if I see
Oh,
him...
right. No, he is invisible. So, yes, actually, you cannot see him.
Yeah, no, the last thing that the party saw was me getting ripped in half and shook by the dragon.
But then you went invisible, and an illusion of you ran away.
No, the illusion is the one that got ripped in half. I am currently dying invisible on the ground.
Ah, right. Okay,
so
cool.
they saw the illusion.
Right, so you can see the body of the illusion ripped in half on the ground.
Okay, well, I can't kill ripped in half, unfortunately.
You
So...
You can make a fortitude save, however, as several of the eyes of this creature focus on you. But you're fine. Good job. It's trying to petrify you as a reaction. No petrification.
Okay, so Agnes is going to... Well, just the only thing really she's got that's ranged, to be honest with you. So...
All right. An energy blast fires out, but passes over the head of the reptilian creature as it ducks down just underneath the bolt. You do have a hero point or a natural 20.
So I'll use a hero point.
All right. Give it another go. Hey, nice.
Better.
As the head of the serpent ducks down, you manage to gesture and use your psychic powers to lower the bolt's trajectory ever so slightly to collide with the side of the head of the dragon. As it winces its eye, taking 17 points of piercing damage from your spell. Yeah, it is not pleased about that. Big scar on the side of its face.
How much? Oh, is Alazaro of a similar size to this Dracolisk, or is it
Not presently.
like bigger than it? All that? Okay. Can you feel the fact that the dragon's trying to petrify or not? Like, you know how I've rolled the save several times now. So does it feel like the dragon's doing something, or is it just like a passive roll?
Oh yeah, I mean, I would say that as it hits you, you would definitely feel this like chill over your body and your bones and your muscles just start to stiffen a little bit. But you manage to, actually, you know what? Have you ever had electricity pass through your hand and sort of make your hand like do stuff that you don't want it to do, and then you're like fighting against it?
No.
Okay, well, I have.
I've never electrocuted myself.
No, you're not. Well, it's kind of yeah. No, I've had things where I've had like the whole like have a look at what electricity does to your like muscles and things like that. So
Right.
yeah, so it's kind of like that. It's like your body is sort of tightening, but you're pushing against it, and you've got enough force to push against it, and stop yourself from paralyzing. So you definitely feel something happening, though you may not necessarily be fully aware of what that might be. Also, you haven't lived until you've electrocuted yourself. I mean, just saying.
Most people
Clear.
usually die from electrocuting themselves, but hey.
Well, then why do they zap people who have heart attacks? Has to be good for you. No, don't. Okay, kids, really just don't electrocute yourself. That was me joking. I realized the Australian sense of humor may be lost on some folk, but yes, don't electrocute yourself. I've electrocuted myself, by the way, one time on purpose and one time on accident. On purpose, it was like electrotherapy type stuff. Like, it was just like kind of like, look at how electricity works on the body. The second time, I was at a farm and there were these goats and I wanted to touch the goats and the fence was electric. So I tried to slip between the fence and a bolt went through my chest and like went through my body like a freaking lightning rod. And I was like, that's a lot stronger than I thought it would be. And it was a very, very strong electric shock. And yeah, I was fine. It was just surprising more than anything else. Oof, indeed. Anyway, just sharing stories.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to. I haven't got me the character sheet up. I'm going to pass a message to Alazaro.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to expend a focus point while doing it. Right. So what that allows us to do as well is when I message and I use the focus point, Alazaro can then instantly use a reaction to I think it's strike, stride, shove up, push. She gets like a free action basically.
Oh, nice.
So as the bolt slams into the side of the Draculus, you'll just hear Agnes just in your head, strike him again, dearie.
You can use your heroic action to do that again a second time. And that way Alizara gets 2 attacks.
I can.
Because you regain your focus point and can use it.
Oh, I have 3 focus points anyway on Agnes, so.
Oh, okay, you're fine then. Yeah. Okay.
I've
Alizara.
only got 1 action left, so yeah.
Oh, fair. Alizara, free attack.
Yeah.
And this one's at your full
All
base
right.
attack.
My full base attack. Let's go. Yeah.
A hit.
Woohoo.
All right, go for your stabbity stabs as you plunge your rapier into its scaly hide, unleashing the reddish blood of the dragon onto the roof. It does not like you.
Not bad.
It is not friends. Cannot
No.
recommend. Okay, that's pretty
No.
good. 17 damage. All right, the moment of truth. Alexander, you lay on the ground, invisible, dying. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, mate. I have this jinx point for a reason. It is here. Because I like the all or nothing moments. How's your new character coming along, by the way? I tried to buy you as much time as I could. Marcus? You there, buddy? Did you mute yourself?
Hello.
There we go.
Yes, I was muted. He's done. He's ready.
Oh, he's done? He's ready to go? Okay, good. Well, keeping
yeah,
in mind,
he's ready to
there
start
was
swinging.
earlier on today an inspiration. So that means you get advantage on your death saving throw here. So there is advantage on here. The inspiration came courtesy of... Let's see, who
Family
gave it?
IT dude.
Family
IT dude. I caught it.
Ah, thank you so much, IT. Good that you're supporting this and adding to the drama. But let's milk this for what it's worth, shall we? Who is Alexander's deity? Who is Alexander's god?
He's an Asmodean.
Okay. So, Alexander, you had already been ripped from the clutches of the contract devil. Just as you were about to sign your name away last time your character had a brush this close with death. This time is different. You do not find yourself in the very, very vivacious offices of the contract devils of hell. Instead, you find yourself on the edge of a river. There is a man on a boat. He has an hourglass that is almost empty. And he waits. He watches.
Do I recognize this man at all?
Make a religion check.
It's a 31.
You do not recognize this man specifically, but you know what he is. A Thanadaemon. The inevitability of death itself is represented by the daemons. Kind of like how devils are lawful evil creatures and demons are chaotic evil. Daemons are the mere nature of death. And the eventuality that all things will one day find themselves in oblivion. So, what you see in front of you is an aspect of death. Simply waiting, watching.
So it's come to that time then.
He watches the hourglass, as do you. A lump in your throat is difficult to swallow, as I am now going to ask Alexander for what could be their last roll. Make me a death save, with advantage. Your target number that you need to beat in order to overcome your death is 14 on a straight d20 roll.
All right.
That
Oh,
is a failure for the first one.
I don't know why it chose
With
that
advantage,
one. Yep.
and unfortunately, with that second roll, the hourglass finishes. And as it does, the glowing light that seems to come from the hourglass in the Thanademon's hand seems to fade. He places it on his belt and invites you onto the boat.
Well, Alexander, not having too much of a choice, gives a solemn nod and will get on the boat. He thinks about his new friends, he thinks about his sister, but he's seen them in action. He's seen what they are capable of, and he knows that if anyone is able to save his city and his sister, it's them.
As you are pushed off the bank and the boat begins to make its way along the river, there is another that appears before you. This is what looks to be an elderly woman wearing red robes. Her head shaved bald, with a number of tattoos that run from the middle of her forehead down the back and across her body. You immediately are filled with a sense of calm and reverence in this magic moment that I'm going to provide. This is one of the three great oracles of the Hell Knight Order of the Gate. We transfer back to the Citadel, where Alexander kneels before the oracles. This was the oracle who spoke to you before you left. Alexander, you have made your request time and time again to see what future lies before your home city. We have discussed and we have looked, peered beyond the veil to see the fate of your beloved city. And we will not be sending the Hell Knights. Your city will fall. The times will change. Any assistance we offer will be for naught, for the Hell Knights will offer no respite for the evil the city will endure. Also, welcome in raiders from Darkdales. I miss you guys. I hope you guys had fun. And also, guys from my channel, we're in a serious moment at the moment, but do please go check out the Darkdales fans. As for the people who've just come in, Alexander, our Hell Knight, has just failed his last saving throw to survive this campaign. So enjoy. Alexander, these are the words you remember from the Oracle. What do you say?
Is this currently the flashback or the current boat?
It's hard to
side.
say, but this is the scene you're in.
We know. We know something's going to happen to Corvosa, and yet no assistance. Is it not our job to protect cities and the people from things like that?
We act according to the prophecies that are foretold. There is no salvation where all the future wrought is death. Rest assured, Alexander, that were there a way the Hell Knights would have prevented the fate of Corvosa, then we would march. But the Queen is a legitimate heir to the throne of Corvosa, and the Hell Knights from the Order of the Nail already stand by her side. To go against her would be to go against our very own order, and such a thing will never happen. A Hell Knight will never, ever thwart the duties of a fellow knight.
Then what was all my training for? I came, I joined because I believe, and I still believe, that the Order of the Gate is the only way to prevent anything from truly rising. And yet, we know of a threat. Alexander just starts clenching his fists, like, very tightly. Are we really just going to let thousands of people die for nothing?
The Oracle goes to speak, but a different voice replies. It simply says, in a very cold, very dark fashion,
Death is inevitable, and there is nothing you can do to stop it.
At this point, you know that you are on the boat. You look around and you are suddenly reorientated. Your Oracle Master is no longer in front of you. Instead, just the Thanademon. And more importantly, the last words that you sent to your master before quitting the Order to go on your quest. You resolved in that moment to do anything it would take to help the city. And that is what you have done. You've paid the ultimate price to get our heroes to where they are. You have faced giant worms, barbarians, assassins, dragons, and more. But now Alexander rests. Yay! I say yay, but I mean, like, he did.
He very much did, but still EA as in
The wrap of a story, the conclusion of the thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed that magical moment, plot twist card that we had. I did want to again do something, I mean, I normally do like something like this, but I wanted to give it a little bit of special oomph as well. So there you go. All right. It also didn't help that you were doomed on top of this as well, like for ages. So I mean,
yeah.
But it does mean that your evil doppelganger is now in charge over in the city. So I mean, fun
Who
times.
knows, maybe she'll be a potential ally.
No.
No.
But sure. All right. In the meantime, back to the fight. Let's see. Back to the top of the round, Alizaro. The battle continues to be heated. Okay, no problem. Unfortunately, we had to say goodbye to Laura. Laura has picked up a bit of a migraine, so she is going to go and rest it off.
Oh.
But we hope that she feels much, much better very, very soon. Which, of course, actually, you know what, will mean that I will say that Edward is going to come and lend some assistance in the next round as well. So after Thea and Dante have gone to get help, the help returns in the form of our Lich guide, Edward. Yes, he is here. Okay. Alizaro.
Okay. Can I use an action to make a perception? I'm assuming that when Alexander died, that his body would have turned visible and that the invisibility would have dropped.
Well, I think the invisibility effect was Thea's effect. Is that right, Alexander?
Okay.
I only know that it turned him invisible.
Yeah, but who cast it?
So I think Thea.
Okay.
So he'd
never
still
mind.
be invisible.
Alrighty. Cool. So in that case, not perceiving that at all. All right, we're gonna just try to freaking stab the dragon with
Alright,
my
let's do
greater
it.
rapier. Stab. Huh.
Ooh, okay, that stab unfortunately misses as it glances off some of the blackened scales of the Dracolisk.
All right, I'm gonna attempt to stab again with the second attack. Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. All right. I don't suppose I can hero point an attack roll, can I?
Of course you may.
Okay, I would like to hero point that and do it again. Second attack. Swear to God, please hit. I give up. I give up.
Okay.
At least it's not a critical miss.
That's true, that's true. All right, Alizaro, you swing twice attempting to hit this dragon, but now that the dragon is aware of your presence, it is not letting up. Your first attack glancing off its scales, you then convert and change your grip to thrust yet again, but once again the dragon slithers out of the way, snarling at you with saliva dripping past its razor-sharp fangs.
All right, she's gonna take one more attack action. Her third attack. Yep, nope, okay. Yeah! Oh, that's a... Okay.
You do have a hero point. You can you can use it. Or you can just take the critical fumble. That's fine as well.
I'll take the crit. I'll take the crit. I want to save my hero points.
All right, give us a number between 1 to 5.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. All or nothing. You now take a -1 penalty on all of your attacks until you score a critical hit.
Okay.
Okay. Good, good.
All right.
All right. The Dracolisk. Okay. The
And
Dracolisk.
when that bleed damage come in? When does that
Oh.
bleed damage come in? Is that the end of the round or?
Correct, right now. So that is 2 points of bleed damage. I will add them to your
Yeah.
sheet. So yeah, done. Okay, the Dracolisk looks like it is about to attack, but stops for a moment as it makes a perception check. It looks around as if something is like it's noticed something, but then turns its attention back to you. It is going to use 2 actions for Savage Jaw. It distends its otherwise large maw of razor-sharp teeth and attempts to bite Alizaro. That is a hit. Now, Savage Jaw is basically a 2-action double damage attack, which is going to deal 45 damage and take down Alizaro, unless you want to use a hero point to stay up. This will not end
I'll use it.
I was gonna say
This will not end its turn.
No, it will not end it. No, it will end its turn because it's taken 3 action, perception, and then 2 to attack. But it will not end the bleed effect. Oh, actually, yes, you do need to actually roll me a d20 real quick, because yes, that's right. Bleed, persistent damage at the end of every turn. You roll a dice to see if it ends.
Okay, do I just roll a straight d20 into the chat for that?
Yeah, just a straight d20.
Okay. Yeah.
An 8 is not enough, so you are still bleeding. So yes. So do you want to use a hero point to stay up?
The problem is, if I use a hero point to stay up, I'm not going to be up for very long. But it's her last stand, so yeah, she would use a hero point.
All right, the hero point goes up. You are on 1 hit point remaining. Okay. That is the end of the Dracolisk's turn. At this point in time, from the... Let me just do something super quick. Alizaro, can you make me a perception check as well, please?
Okay, a perception check?
Yes, please.
Do I need to add in a penalty, or do you want me to just use it straight from my skill sheet?
No penalty.
Okay. God damn, 7 hits!
Okay, you do not seem to notice anything out of the ordinary, unfortunately. All right. One moment. Cool. All right. Then we go to our Lich friend. Oh God. Don't do that when I want to open up your character sheet. Okay. Edward, our Lich, is going to cast a spell. Knowing that it is, of course, a Dracolisk, is going to cast Blindness upon the Dracolisk. That saves! God damn it. Okay, unfortunate. There's no point for that. Alright, he is then going to cast a different spell. He is going to cast Sure Strike on Alizaro. Alizaro, next time you make an attack, you roll twice and take the better of the results.
Thank you.
Alright, there you go. As the spells get conjured by the Lich. Okay. from above, on the rooftop just above where the fight transpires, a form begins to move across the rooftops. At this point, I would invite Marcus to describe who is up there and what they're up to.
All right. Where exactly? So I just.
Where exactly are you?
Yes.
Probably about here. Above where
Alright.
everyone is.
Up above would be a heavily armored man. Keeping survey of the situation. Keeping his gaze very heavily fixed on the Dracolisk as he has a spear in his right hand, waiting for the perfect opportunity to come crashing down.
Mm-hmm.
He's yeah, my brain's kind of brain farting right now. His armor's a bit scaly looking, not necessarily scale mail, but like very much scaly as in like inspired by dragons with a very nice mix of browns and yellows as he as like I said, he just readies himself to jump down and land onto the dragon Dracolisk thing.
Definitely not choosing to do that right this second.
Well, no, as he's readying himself to do it.
I'm turning it to
Or
you
you-
because it is your turn.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Then yeah, that's exactly what I'll do then. He'll
Okay.
jump
Yep.
off with both hands on a spear, come crashing down onto the dragon. Or attempt.
All right. Any battle cry, war cry, or anything like that?
He's just gonna yell as he's coming down, just ah! Wow. No, I'm gonna hero point that.
Jinx point. Oh, could you imagine? So mean. No, I don't jinx point it.
Very first roll of the new character, it's already a
Just
net.
fumbles, breaks his neck, and dies.
Oh my god.
My God.
Why?
Well, your character looks really cool, at least.
He looks cool while doing it, and then he just lands and you hear a crunch.
Is that a fumble? That's not a fumble, though, so I mean... All right. You land on the roof behind the dragon near Alizaro. And Alizaro, this figure suddenly, a fully armored dragon slayer figure, seems to manifest next to you.
Well, I still got 2 actions.
No, technically one. Move and then attack.
Right. Is she down or is she up?
Is who down?
Elizaro.
Elizaro's on the roof with the dragon.
I mean, oh, okay. I thought she got knocked unconscious or
No,
down.
she's conscious. She's conscious. She used a hero point to stay up.
Okay. Well, he steadies himself, realizes, shit, overshot. Well, and just stabs with his spear.
All right, stabbing with your spear.
There we go.
All right, a solid hit as you stab upwards, thrusting your spear into the underbelly of the creature. Again, the way that dragons work is the top half tend to be covered in a lot of scales, and then the underbelly is nice and soft, which you rise up, and 18 points of damage gets dealt to the dragon, who is not pleased by that eventuality. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you say and do? Just rawr.
Oh yeah. As soon as he stabs upwards into it, he'll shout to Elizaro, go for the underside. It's their weakest spot. And that is it.
All right. Done and done. Alizara, we now go to you. Do you react at all to the new figure that approaches?
So all that he's gonna hear is a squawk, but it's a squawk of both confusion and like acknowledgement. Because she's really banged up, like speech gone. Bird noises are all she has to communicate when she's that low in health. But she is going to note what he said, and she is going to attempt to go for the underside of the dragon instead of the wings. Let me just do. There we are with her rapier, with her rusty trusty rapier. Yeah.
Nice. Turns out the advice
Oh
was
my
pretty
God.
solid. As you stab upwards and into the soft underbelly, you hit. Deal your damage. Nice. 13 points of damage. You pull your blade out and blood begins to trickle out from within.
And she's going to just do it again out of fear, anger, something primal has started to come out of her. She's going to go for it again.
All right. Ooh, that one is a critical miss. You do have one more hero point. Although you can save that hero point. Oh, I was going to say, you can save that hero point to stay up once the bleed effect takes
The bleed. That I'll save the hero point to try to stay up.
Okay, give me a number between 1 to 5 as we hit that crit.
3.
3, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Piercing, melee weapon. You're wide open. You are now off guard until your next turn. Also, don't forget you do still have that -1 until...
Oh, yeah.
That's okay. It won't make a difference here. The -1
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't have changed anything from the previous attack, but just remember you do have that until you land a crit.
Okay, yep. How do I add the -1 penalty in?
Bottom left, under the modifiers, you just type in -1 in that area there.
Oh. Thank you. I
You're
didn't
welcome.
see that. Minus. There we go. All right. Well, she's going to attempt to stab again. Her last stab. Making her last stand. Ha!
Another critical miss. All right, give me a number between 1 to 5.
1.
1. Here we go. Who is that? You are slowed 1 until your next turn. So that means next round you will get only 2 actions. Then, of course, the bleeding happens. You know what? I'm going to say that for a hero point, I'm going to say that you can staunch the bleeding as well. So, yeah. So your hero point will be used. You will not go down, but also you will staunch the bleeding on your turn.
Okay, that is fair. Thank you.
Okay. The Dracolisk has been hit hard from both sides. It is not happy about its current circumstances and is going to take its vengeance out on this new individual who seems to know a lot about its weak points. It uses another savage bite on Unach. Here we go. Ooh, I don't like that. I will now use that Jinx point. Because this is the 2-action bite. Much better. Its large fangs wrap around your armor and begin to crush, dealing 53 points of damage with its first attack. And with its second attack, continuing to use those terrifying jaws of its. Lands another hit for 24. A big-ass total of 77 damage in this round as its jaws grab onto this armored individual and just start to bend and buckle and shape the armor. It is not ideal, but it is what it is. Edward takes their action and continues spellcasting, seeing this new individual that is here. He is going to use three rounds of Force Barrage, which is going to deal 9 points of damage as it is peppered from behind. Is that all it does? Hold on. I feel like it is. It's level 1 spell. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, it just starts launching in the back of the dragon, trying to get its attention away from the others. This is the first time Unach has been assisted by a lich or an undead before. It's quite an odd feeling, but you're preoccupied by the deadly fangs.
Yes.
All right, what do you want to do?
Oh, so, all right, I would like to, see if I recall exactly which specific kind of dragon this is with my dragon lore, if I can.
You may absolutely. It's perfect for this type of thing. Oh, and before that happens, or as that happens, I guess, you are going to make me a fort save, which I will roll on you here. Oh, nice. Sweet. You definitely save. Wait, no, that's not right. How's that?
That is because of Juggernaut and,
Oh, +1. Oh, right. Okay. Neat. Yeah. Well, you tried to use its petrifying glance on you, and you critically succeeded. Yeah, this thing does not bother you, but that is also a telltale mark of what type of dragon this is. This is a Dracolisk, the byproduct of what appears to be an adamantine dragon and a basilisk. So they're not pure-blooded dragons, but dragons nonetheless.
do I know what they're weak to, or like what they're resistant to?
Sure. They are immune to the paralysis and sleep effects, as most dragons tend to be. They also have a resistance to a particular type of element. You believe that this one in particular is immune or resistant to electricity.
Perfect. Unok is going to take in a very deep breath
Mm-hmm.
and then exhale as he's going to use his own dragon's breath attack, which is a reflex save, and I shall drop it down name.
All right. The
It'll still take
Draculus.
half.
Yep, the Draculus takes half damage as the breath manages to be saved, which it didn't have for some reason. Oh, did you not drop it on the dragon? Oh, you did.
I dropped it on him, but because of the way that I had to put it in, I had to like make it as a custom spell.
Oh, okay. So you need to actually also include that it is a reflex half
Oh,
as
yep,
well.
reflex for half. Yep, that's
Okay. I will heal him for 15, 16, 17 hit points. All right. Done and done. Okay, so that's 2 actions for your breath. You have and 1 action for your lore. I believe that brings us to the end of your turn. Anything you would like to add or say?
Unark will let the spellcaster know. Avoid electricity.
The Edward looks in your direction and
Presumptuous that you think you can tell me what to do, mortal.
but he will
Not the
not
time,
but
nor
he
the
will
place.
but he will not use electricity. Okay. That was Unak, bringing us back to Alizaro, who is off guard, slowed, but still has Sure Strike, which means your first attack is at advantage.
Okay. Do I still have the -1 modifier?
Yes. Until you land a critical
Okay.
hit, you do have the -1 modifier.
Okay.
And you only have 2
It has
actions
me
this turn.
right at. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. First attack. We're gonna.
Try and hit that soft, sweet underbelly. It's at advantage, so
And
you do get to
no.
roll again.
Yeah.
Because you might get a
Yep.
crit. Who knows?
Let me just. Yep. Re-add in that -1 modifier. Do. 7s and 11s. But
Okay.
all right.
Brilliant. Roll your damage.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And I only have the 2 attacks, so I'll do my second attack. That one is not at advantage. What the heck? Dice finished. There we go.
And another critical. Yes. God damn. Dragons are your bane, evidently. Give us a number between 1 to 5.
4 is the only number I don't think I've picked yet. Or if I
Okay.
did, I'm picking it again.
All right.
God dang it.
Okay. Unfortunately for this one, you have pulled a muscle, gaining enfeebled 2 on your self, which is a penalty to your dexterity-based skills. All right.
I'm pretty sure. Yep.
Okay. Last attack. If you want to make it, or you can do something else.
Cry.
Hey, it's a free action to cry.
It's a free action. Because I haven't moved. This is a player question coming from 5e. Because I haven't moved, could I potentially disengage and back up, or will I still take an attack of opportunity?
You can disengage, but that will only give you a 5-foot step. I will say this, most creatures do not have attacks of opportunity unless they are trained in it.
Okay. I'm fine with a 5-foot step. I need to back up though, if
Sure,
that
not a
that is
problem.
acceptable.
Yep,
And
not
that
a
will
problem.
end my turn.
All right, the Dracolisk continues its onslaught. Again, the majority of its damage coming from the Dragon Slayer. He is going to, he was going to do his whole vicious bite thing, but he is envious of the breath weapon, and he thinks to himself, this person, this thing, dares to breathe a dragon's breath at me. I'll show him. And let's see what the reflex save is. That is a failure on Unak. Gonna hero point?
Yes.
Okay, hero point it is. Let's go for that reflex save. Unfortunately, no
Wow.
dice. Lightning crackles in the mouth of this creature as it just unleashes it down into the roof where you're standing.
I take 5 less because of my armor rune.
Ah, very well. You may make that adjustment, but let's also add a resistance to your effects.
Oh my goodness. What is going on? There we go. Yeah, I tried to add my resistances as a custom thing under combat. But in order for me to do it, it would have activated all my like Dragon Rage, Juggernaut, and weapon specialization stuff as
I've added it.
well. Yeah, because I've got 5 electric, 5 cold, 5 fire, and 5 acid.
Okay, one moment. Sorry, the electricity, cold. What else?
Fire and acid, all 5.
These from your these from runes.
The electricity 5 is from runes. The cold is from my rhyme crystal. And then fire and acid are both from different charms.
Okay, I would check to see if they are stacking because they need to take up slots.
The charms can take up.
No, I know. What I'm saying is you just got to make sure that those are accounted for. That's all.
Yep. Nope. The rhyme crystal is attached to my armor. The charm of fire is on my belt, and then my acid is necklace.
Cool, sweet. Just make sure you keep track of them because if you have them all stacked up, you can't just have them on the same thing multiple times. So cool.
Yep.
All right.
I have them labeled on the location part of my character sheet.
Sweet. Okay, that is.
I thought ahead.
Okay, that is that. You have now got the resistance. All right, but the electricity does blast you, and then with its last action, it is going to try and bite you. Ka-chomp.
Damn.
It is a dragon. Okay, that is another 20 points of damage. You are soaking a lot of damage this dragon is dishing out. The claws, the bites, the electricity. You are holding your own. As the Lich now takes its turn. It is regretting the fact that it has Chain Lightning.
Rip.
Let's see. Howling Blizzard. Let's try this. 60-foot cone, eh? All right. Well, if he uses it as a 3 action, he is going to create a 30-foot burst and cause it to make a reflex save as he is trying to freeze him. The Dracolisk critically fumbles, which is, of course, a critical hit, which is double damage. As a as you watch the lich open up the sky and a blizzard starts to freeze the area. A huge, like basically torrent of icy cold energy flies down towards the dragon. The lizard-like blood not doing as well in the cold as it should. It tries to take off. It tries to fly. It tries to lift off, but the ice cakes its wings. Alizara and Unak, you both get a free attack against it if you would like to make one.
Oh, absolutely.
Alizaro, what about yourself?
I am coming. I needed to add in my -1 modifier. Go, please. Fuck.
All right, I'm gonna hero point my attack.
Oh, Dag. Point
Yes.
of housekeeping. OG gave me 2 hero points because she
Oh.
is a queen.
Oh, thank you. Would you like to use one of them for this attack?
Yes, I would.
Okay. Thank you, OG. Sorry if I missed it. I have been distracted doing a bunch of stuff, making sure that this character is ready live. Much appreciated and much love, my friend.
All right, go, please.
Okay, there we go.
Are you?
Oh, unfortunate. But it's not a fumble. It is not a fumble.
It's.
Okay. Unak, you
God.
managed to land your stab. Roll your damage. All right, and that is enough. As you stab into it, the wing shatters from the ice. It falls and collapses, and the Dracolisk is dead. As you breathe a
gonna-
sigh of relief, there is a moment in which you hear,
That spell has a duration. It cannot be dispelled. I would get off that roof if I were you.
as the hurricane and howling blizzard continues, do the both of you leave the roof?
Yes.
Yes.
You quickly jump off the roof as as that circle begins to expand. You watch as the ice begins to cake down. Hail comes down, starts pelting the whole area. Ice shards and icicles. It goes for a couple of good rounds as the lich stands there. The group quickly reconvenes in the next chamber. Back in the interior of the of Scarwall. Let me just get everyone here. Oh God. Freaking! I've been doing that a lot this round. Alizaro, Agnes, the Lich, Ronald, and the other characters as well. Everyone's here as well. So we have Dante, Holly, and Thea. Okay, here we go. Obey me. Thea. Holly. And Dante. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So, you take a moment catching your breath while on the interior of the castle. There's a large set of double doors leading to a large tower rampart to the north, and a pair of double stairs that lead up to this doorway. Edward holds as he looks upon you all and says,
You fared quite well. The dragon siblings are often the last thing most adventurers see when they travel through Scarwall. Many who try to fly, bypassing the Banshee, will often find themselves torn apart by their claws and fangs. Good job. Well done. And, pray, who might you be?
He says, gesturing at Unak.
Unak will give his head a slight, nod in acknowledgement. My name's Unak. I'm, well, if it wasn't obvious, I'm a dragon hunter.
He looks you up and down.
I see. Well, I am Edward. I am a king of no life that resides here within Scarwall. These people have come in search of a dragon-slaying sword. I presume that, in some nature, this is what you also seek.
I had no idea there was such a thing here, but color me intrigued.
You know what's kind of funny? I know we made Unak like today, but it's so funny how much like Alexander Unak sounds.
Well, look, I'm not good at voices. I have
It's not
my voice.
It's not the voice, it's the mannerisms of the voice.
I only know 2 things. Okay, leave me alone.
What 2 things? Would you like a hand? I can give you a hand with this.
I don't want him to sound like a dumb brute.
Why not? I thought we're out of our comfort zone.
Shots fired.
I mean, look, if you want to do the one thing that you can do and do it well, I mean, you can keep doing the one thing. Or, as I said, we can try the other thing. Because being a brute doesn't mean you're dumb. Having simple language doesn't mean you're uneducated. Having a lot of things to say and then fucking up, I mean, is that like any less like uncool than someone who like is super capable and has few words? There's many different aspects to what could be considered to be quote unquote the dumb character. You can be very wise, for example. Oh, have you seen the TV series Ghosts? Sorry, I know we've only got 5 minutes left, but have you seen the TV series Ghost?
No.
It's really...
I've seen like little clips of it on YouTube, but like
it's actually really good. I watched it because I saw some of the clips on YouTube as well, and there's a Neanderthal in that in the UK version, and he worships the moon. But he's been around since obviously like the Neanderthal times, so he's actually really dumb but super wise about shit. Like he knows just how shit works. Like his concept of like, you know, actually like making friends and stuff, and how everything is finite because no matter what, he ends up staying behind, so he doesn't get attached and doesn't like do the whole funeral thing and yada yada yada. There's lots of really cool depth to characters like that. So Unak, being an orc, values what? Strength, endurance, that type of thing. You have just heard about a dragon slaying sword. I'm sure there are questions you'd ask, you know. Because what happens in your life is, as an orc, everything comes with danger, with, you know, consequence. If you are not strong enough, you are devoured by this world. So a undead just tells you about a dragon slaying a sword. I feel like Unak might be in the mindset of, what's the catch? Do you know what I mean? So I'd encourage Unak to ask some questions instead of just, you know, you're on a quest, I'll join you. Though I know that is the purpose of, you know, the character, of course.
Yes. He hearing about the dragon slaying sword, then he crosses his arms and tilts his head in a little bit of skepticism.
Mm.
A sword specifically meant for slaying dragons.
Well, perhaps not slaying all dragons. The sword in question was made from the bones of a powerful blue dragon named Kazavron, who once upon a time ruled over these lands with a vicious and vile temper. They were killed by a knight whose body now rests within Scarwall, and the body of the dragon was separated. But its life force was so strong that each of the places its body resided was fueled by its own anger and rage, and allowed for his spirit essence to continue to persist long after its death. Believe me, I should know a little bit about that. These heroes are from a town nearby called Corvoza, and they seek the dragon-slaying sword in order to try and destroy one of the artifacts that contains the dragon's essence.
I'm gonna be real, that's a lot of words at once. So, big dragon, powerful dragon, somehow still alive, or trying to be alive. They're trying to kill it. They need the sword.
That's somewhat of the gist of it, though there isn't an actual dragon. But yes, they're trying to kill Kazavron a second time.
He just kind of like tries to find words to say, but just nothing is coming to mind. Like how is one supposed to respond to killing a dragon a second time when he's I mean, I've killed a couple dragons. It only needs once. So obviously you're muted. You Michael, you're muted.
Sorry, my bad. I was muted. Thank you.
Yeah,
I was
I
gonna
said
say.
it like
So
twice.
I had a whole thing. So no, the thing is you would probably interpret it less that killing a dragon twice, but because you've literally just walked through like a castle filled with undead, right? You would probably view it as it would likely be some type of undead dragon, whether it's a zombie dragon, a skeleton dragon, a Ravner, which is effectively a Dracolich of some kind. You think that because this guy's a lich, he is likely talking about an undead dragon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's this is the part where Marcus is stumped on what to say.
That's fine. Then let's move out of character. Alizaro, you've seen this person in action. You're very, 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 very injured. Again, the Lich has informed Unak of what is going on. The current presumption was that he was after the sword. Apparently, he didn't even know this sword existed. Your character is after the horse that was stolen and heading to Corvoza. The other
Yeah.
members of the group will likely at some point or another say that it is important to stop the queen and all of those things. But Alizaro, How do you feel about this dragon hunter who popped out of nowhere and likely saved you from certain doom?
So in this moment, beat up to all heck, like she's 99% in bird communication form. But I think she would see, like, one, that he's capable and can take a hit, and two, she would have that, like, this instinct of knowing that if he hadn't come in, she probably would have been super permanently dead. And she's gonna think he's really cool because, like, she likes to get up in the helmet, like, she thinks it's super fascinating to look at.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna tilt her head at him, like, kind of like how owls do, with the really crazy, like, side to side head tilts when they're confused. And then she's just gonna very quietly, because it's the last thing she can, like, say, because most speech, her head hurts, she's out of it. All she's gonna be able to say is thank you before trying to get back to half tending to her wounds, because she doesn't actually know how to tend to her wounds very well.
Fair enough. Unak?
Oh, you're welcome. Not just gonna let a dragon just chew up someone.
he,
What?
he says, being on the roof after watching Alexander get ripped to pieces.
To be fair, I couldn't stop that part. But
That's fair. That's fair. It's just
but he is definitely thinking long and hard about the prospect of there being a zombie or skeleton dragon, and potentially oh, that's a lot that you've given me for information. But that sounds just like a challenge that I could use. If you wouldn't mind. I'm very knowledgeable of, well, creatures of the scaled kind like them. I feel could be useful.
Very weakly, Rose just gonna be like, sounds good. Like, she is so banged up. The fact that she can even talk is like peak, because normally she can't shut up for 5 minutes, but it's a struggle for her to even get more than 2 words at a timeout.
the rest of the group shows interest. If they are going after Kazavron's spirit, they kind of look at you and they're not sure whether or not you would be able to help in regards to, like, like how does spirit stuff, kind of work in terms of, like, is a dragon hunter going to really be able to kill a ghost? Who knows? But ultimately, it is one dragon slayer more than they currently have. So they will indeed welcome Unak to their numbers, but explain that that they do not know that this may be this may be a hunt unlike any that they have ever encountered. And if that is okay with you, then you are welcomed to the group.
Oh, if it's a hunt unlike any other, then it'll be perfect storytelling for the young ones. And I will, for once more, for real good measure. My name is Unox Scale Piercer.
And with that, that is where we'll end today's session. Really quickly, a massive shout out and thank you to our dear friend Wolver Connie. So good to see you. How are you? I hope that you're doing well. Bionic Kenny, thank you for swapping by. Now, guys, real quick, for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. You can find it here a number of times during the week, normally doing Pathfinder. You have all come in pretty much just as we are about to bow out, but nonetheless, we are always happy to make new friends and stuff. And if RPGs and Pathfinder are your thing, hey, give us a follow and come check out all of our cool stuff while we play and have some fun. So from here, guys, we will be back next week. Let's see. Because we are in December, so let's talk a little bit about the holidays. Now, unless my players are unavailable. Unless my players are unavailable, we shouldn't have a problem with any of the weeks coming up. Yes, we shouldn't have a problem. However, we may see some interruptions to Reign of Winter, because unfortunately that falls on both the 25th and the 1st. So maybe, but we'll see. We'll see how everyone feels. Our next game is, of course, Reign of Winter, which is on Wednesday evening in Australia, or Wednesday morning for the folks in the US. So come check us out then. We have lots of cool, fun stuff to happen on that game, as the group is currently trying to fight and battle Rasputin and save the Baba Yaga from his clutches before he drains her magic and takes over as one of the greatest arcanists in the multiverse. So yeah, come check that out. Cool. For now, however, we are going to bid thee farewell. And let's go and see if there is one of our usual places to raid this evening. Beyond the Abyss. Yeah, that looks like it might be a good place to go. All right, so we're going to go and visit our dear friend Scarlet64. Scarlet is another amazing content creator who does not only D&D 5e, but also does Pathfinder stuff on occasion as well. So we're going to go send some love and go visit them and hang out. But guys, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for listening. As always, my name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. Stay safe, stay wonderful, be kind to each other, because why the fuck not, it's free. And until we meet again, as always, game hard, or die trying. Good night, folks!
Bye!